So once again welcome guys. We are last time we saw the construction of Michelson's interferometer. Now we will go for the adjustment part of it. So you know that this is the diagram of Michelson's interferometer. The source of light is here. The legs will make the ray parallel and they will be used for interference pattern. Okay. But before starting with the experiment, you have to adjust the meter first. For that, what you have to do, you have to take a cardboard and make a pinhole to it, so that a single ray of light will travel towards the interferometer. Once you are doing this adjustment, what you will see in the telescope is the four images of the point source. Okay, this is due to two images are due to mirror M2, two images are due to mirror M1. Even though the mirror M2 is perpendicular to the telescope, you will feel that the mirror M2 is not at this particular position. It will be somewhere here because the reflected image of M2 will appear over here. So you note it down as a M2 dash. Now this M1 and M2 dash, although it is expected that they should be exactly parallel, there might be some angle between the two. M1 or M2 might be slightly tilted, and you may get the images like this. M2 dash like this, and M1 may be like this. Now once you start rotating the screw near the telescope and move the mirror M1, this mirror M1 will move towards M2 dash. What will happen at one particular point? M1 dash will come very close to M2 dash and it will form a wedge-shaped film pattern. And here you will start get the interference pattern in the telescope. If you still move further near M1, you may get a position where M1 is crossing M2 dash at the center. Here you will get the localized fringes. And if you move the mirror M1 forward, you may get the position like this. Here also you will get the fringes, but they are exactly opposite as that of the first one. Now here you are getting the four images of the pinhole. Now if you adjust the screw behind the mirror M1 and M2 and make them nearly parallel, you will see that these images are merging in each other and you will get 2 point source instead of 4. Right? At that time, if you remove the cardboard, you will get a straight line fringes in the telescope. So you cannot locate which fringes is at the center. Right? So you have to locate the central fringe first. For that, you are replacing the monochromatic source with a white light source. What is the use of white light source? As you know that the white light source is a heterochromatic, that means all the frequencies are present in that particular source. The straight line fringes will get replaced by the color fringes, and the central fringe will be white in color, and all adjacent fringes are in a rainbow pattern on both sides of the white light. Right? So now you are locating the position of the white light fringe and adjust your zero mark over here. Now this will act as a reference point. Right? Now once you switch off the white light source and again replace it by the monochromatic source, you will get the original fringes back. Now you can see where the zero or the reference point is there, and from if you move the mirror M1 by the screw, you can see the fringes are crossing the reference point. If you count the number of fringes crossed per motion of the screw, you can find out the various values of wavelength and other whatever you want to measure from the Michelson interferometer. This is the called as the adjustment part of the Michelson interferometer and use of white light source. Thank you.